by Kavim Hodge, and then a single each to Charles and Maloney. Chad Charles is on back on strike, facing the third delivery of the over to Kavim Hodge, and he advances down the pitch, plays it on the onside, where the batsmen they cross over for a single. So one more to Charles. He moves on by 1-2. Brings back Maloney on strike, reminding you yesterday that the Cinnamon Pacers they had a woeful time at the crease where they were bowled out for just 53, and they would be looking to put in a better performance this time around with the bat, as Maloney gets a full delivery on the line of the leg stump, turn two onto the onside. There, good fielding there on by Devonnie Smith, coming in from square very sharply. Brings back Chad Charles on strike, and Hodge looking to take away any width offered to the batsman. As you can see, he's looking to attack that stumps of the batsman.
Yeah, and he's bowling straight and having a right up. The batsman does not have much room, and he will want to continue just to keep things very tight as the left-handed. Just want to Charles push on the onset again and complete another single.
Yeah, so it's all by singles so far, and currently earlier on we've had the challenges to the weather, but it's certainly in the last half an hour or so it's quite wonderful conditions now at the National Stadium.
Yes, beautiful condition. The sun is now really shining, and there's no threat of rain, but really looks pretty good. The condition looks pretty good. Indicates that we probably would have really hot weather for the rest of the afternoon.
Most certainly we hope so, as this match would have started about 45 minutes after the scheduled time, but we're hoping that we'll be able to get through it without any further interruptions. And then a dot ball off the final delivery of the over faced by Maloney. So it's the end of first over. Cinnamon Pacers with 6 total as Chad Charles on 2, Chad Charles on 3, and Desron Maloney with 2.
Yeah, not a bad over by Kavim Hodge. We know he's this type of bowler that will keep things very tight, straight, not giving much away. And the batsmen were able to just push around, pick up the singles. And there was one wide in the over, but 6 of the first over without loss. I think it's a good start.
No, certainly a good start. They would be pleased with that, as we see it's going to be pace from the southern end. It's going to be Neilon Pascal. He has been sharing the new ball with Kavim Hodge so far for the in this season, this edition of the tournament, and he'll be coming in from the southern end. I think most of the times he bowls here at the National Stadium crease from that southern end, and he seems to favor the southern end as compared to the Dabo northern end of the ground.
Yes, he does like that end. I think he tend to move the ball away from the right-handed batsman, probably into the left-hander, and I think that end probably is ideal for that type of bowling. So,
and that one is on the line of the middle and leg stump, played out in front of the batsman on the onside. Umpire Roger Davis signals a leg by. So that's one extra to the total, second extra to the total. In the first over there was a wide, so it's now 7 for loss. And Crooney, coming in yesterday, the performance we saw from the Pacers, what do you think would be needed for them in terms of the bat? And I think first up would be the need to form partnerships.
Yes, most definitely. I think it was really, when you look at some of the shots, it really was kind of atrocious. They need to settle down, try to play the ball on merit, get a start. There was no partnership in the inning, and they need to build partnership. And it will be important for the opening pair just to get a sight in and display.
Angling into Maloney, he hangs the bat there, gets a thin edge, jump to the third man boundary for 4. Cronin's 4 runs, but I don't think it's a shot he was in total control of.
Well, I think he looked straight. He didn't get it as he wanted it, but I think the end result is what he wanted it. And it tells you sometimes you don't have to be going for massive hits and try to put a lot of power. But there he just came back and steered it, even though he didn't get it he wanted, but he was looking for the boundary, and it went really fine of the fielder on the third man boundary, who is now moving to his left, coming a little finer, and it went down to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, Caden Felix occupying the third man boundary, and that one is just short and goes back. Maloney pulls through mid-on. There is chase there for the fielder. He's not able to stop the ball from going into the boundary. And Crony, as the ball kept moving away from Devon Smith, the captain there in mid-on, you can see it was just accelerating, picking up pace into the boundary over the ropes.
Yes, short delivery.
Actually,
really
sorry,
was
it's Devon Smith and not Devon Smith.
Short
My apologies
delivery.
to the captain.
Given the right treatment, and Devon was not able to pull it back, and yet another 4.
As that one opens the face of the bad guys, it behind square down. My, had he hit there, he could have been in trouble. Chad Charles scampering to get home, was straight to the fielder. I make that to be Sherman Lewis, and he's ruined a missed opportunity of not sending Chad Charles back to the hut via the run-out route.
Yes, I think it was a good attempt. He had no choice but to try to hit the stump, and he missed, and Chad Charles was able to get in. But again, another tight single. It's 16 without loss. We in the second over. Now we see that the long leg have been pulled up to short fine leg, and left-handed Chad Charles. Backward square, mid wicket on the boundary, and a mid-on.
And that one is tucks up at Charles, who fends it off in towards the fine leg region, where Caden Felix does the fielding at short fine leg, and the batsmen, they cross over for 1. So after we still have 1 delivery left in the over. It's 17 without loss, and it's early days still, but the Pacers are off to a better start than they've had experienced yesterday.
Yeah, much better start. As you see Pascal, as usual, moving the ball away from the right hand, even the left hand, bringing it into.
And that one, Maloney winds up over the onside for a big hit. That's 6 runs. Over the rope it goes. I believe that probably was just a bit slower there in pace from Pascal, and it was picked by Maloney. As we look at the replay, definitely a slower ball off the back of the hand, but it was picked well by Desron Maloney and dispatched over wide mid-wicket for 6.
Yeah, good shot. He really picked up that slower delivery, and you could see him sort of waiting and swinging it, and it went over mid-wicket for 6. And yet another good over. It's 23 without loss after 2 overs, and Pascal going for 16 and an over.
Yes, expensive stuff there from the man, Nealon. Pascal, Maloney would have hit 2 boundaries of that over, a 4 and a 6, and one of guiding the face of the bat down to turn man for 4. But that second that 6, he was totally in control of that one.
So Kavim Hodge, he has first over conceded 6 runs. He's going to bowl to Chad Charles, who's looking to swing, made no contact. Again, Kerry looking for a lot of power there.
Yes, and I think, the ball was moving away from him, and he's looking to hit against the angle in which the ball was going, and probably looking to play it through the offside would have been a better decision.
Yeah, definitely would have been a better option. Hodge comes around the wicket. Charles again.
That one, he winds up, hits it down to mid-wicket. Good fielding coming off the boundary. That was done by Jelani Robinson, the opener from the island of Dominica, limiting Chad Charles just to 1. So it's 24 for without loss. Charles 5 of 7, Maloney 17 of 7. So far, as you can see, the strikes is being shared equally between the both batsmen, as there is some alterations to the fielding gear of the gears of Hodge, who is into Maloney. To this one, Maloney pushes toward the onside, where that's Felix, does a sort of tumbling save, attempts it save from mid-wicket, and can prevent the batsman from crossing over for 1. And currently, if our listeners are hearing the ambience of the bullhorns through the amplifiers on the ground, we'll tell you as that one opens up himself, Chad Charles, and hits through the line of the delivery back over the bowler's head. Sherman Lewis, who was there in mid-on, can only stand and watch in amazement as that sailed over his head. 6 runs to Chad Charles. He moves to 11, and now the Cinnamon Pacers, they're up to 31 without loss.
Yeah, much better start by the Pacers. Again, that ball was given a little bit of A, and he had the room really free his arm and swung it over long on, and they went over the boundary for 6. So good hit by Charles.
Yes, he's and delivery. Oh, and Hodge really threw that one foot up, much slower in trajectory, and it defeated Charles outside the off stump. Fortunately for him, the ball was outside the off stump and not on his thumbs.
Yeah, one thought that he should have been looking to hit on his front foot there, but he was going back looking to cut that ball. And I guess he didn't pass far from the off stump. He made no contact.
Yeah, I think one of the amazing things about Hodge as a bowler is that when he gets a 6, he's not tempted to push it through faster. Sometimes he just slows up the pace rather than push it through. Another this one is flatter and faster outside the off stump. Charles looking to hit through mid wicket, misses completely. So it's the end of 3 overs, the end of the spell for Kavim Hodge. 2 overs, no maiden, none for 14. Cinnamon Pacers, after winning the toss and batting, after 3, they're 31 without loss.
Yeah, a little fortunate that last delivery shot, and the one felt that it could have been hit through mid wicket again, but the pace at which he bowled it, Charles looking for the big hit, was beaten with the pace and went into the keeper's glove. So much better start by the Pacers. They are 31 without loss after 3 overs, with Charles on the 11 from 10 deliveries and Maloney 18 from 8 deliveries.
Yes, it's the second match here on match day 3. This is a day in which we have 3 matches, so we'll see all 6 teams in competition in action today. Earlier on, we saw a rain-truncated match, which was won by Saffron Strikers via the super over route. Saffron Strikers defeated Clove Challengers. Now we see Bayleaf Blasters coming up against Cinnamon Pacers. It's going to be a change of bowling from the southern end. Amikel Dubiset is the one to take up the action from the southern end of the ground. We'll be bowling first up to this one, Maloney. And later on today, in the final match of the day, we're going to see one of two undefeated teams so far in the tournament. Ginger Generals comes up against Nutmeg Warriors. This one is wide outside the off stump from Dubiset. Dennis Smith has to scamper to his right to retrieve that one, and signal wide now by umpire Roger Davis. So another extra to the total. It's a third extra. It's the 4th extra, and it's Cinnamon Pacers now 33 without loss.
Yeah, good take by Dennis Smith. This one was really wide and going wide, and really had a dive to his right. Keeping in mind that he's keeping up to the wicket.
Maloney advances across as that no ball signal. No ball by the umpire. So I'm not too sure if it's a foot transgression or he would have. I think that one probably Crony would have bowled it outside of the pitch.
Well, it seems so. The discussion the umpire having with him just indicate
that he bowled it
that he probably went too far, went outside.
Yeah, he bowled it way outside as the umpire Roger Davis, and I don't think we are one to question him on his adjudication. Very experienced umpire Roger Davis, as he signals no ball, and it's a no ball. A bit of confusion between the batsmen and the fielders, but the umpire Davis has ruled it to be a no ball. So Dubiset will be advised to get closer to the batsman. This one is a free hit, winds himself up, hits it on the onside. Devonnie Smith runs around from mid-on to do the fielding. So only 1 run there of that free hit. And it's currently 34 without loss. And you can see Crony, the intention from Dubiset is to keep the ball wide outside the off stump for the batsman to go at him.
Yes, and I think the reason why they were wide, again, he looking for a normal variation which he bowls. And I think some of them he tried to bowl a little bit slow and wider. That's why it was actually called wide. This one again was a slower delivery, so the batsman was not able to pull it as you would have expecting the ball to come on, and he just went to just a mid-wicket area.
Dubiset once into the left-hander, Chad Charles, and he's bowling. Chad Charles looking to hit across the line of that delivery, and for yet another innings, Crony, he is out playing across the line, 2 straight deliveries.
Yeah, a bad shot there. Looking to swing across, and it would have been so much better to try to hit the ball straight. He swung across it and again being bowled. We have seen him do this in both innings that he have played, and really is not the sort of shot that you would advise. 34 for 1, we are in the fourth over, and they have been going pretty good.
Yeah, as we see the new batsman, there's a change in the lineup today for the Cinnamon Pacers. Now, Javid Hazard is going to be taking the new batsman at number 3 today for Cinnamon Pacers. Yesterday, I believe he'd have come in at 6, but today he is asked to bat at number 3, joins Desron Maloney. Hazard would have had a good season for his Cinnamon Pacers in the first edition of the tournament. He was one of the players who would have been retained by Cinnamon Pacers, and he'd be looking to repay the faith that the team management had in him in retaining him. Was one of the top wicket keepers in the first edition of the tournament, and would be looking to build on his performance from season 1.
Yeah, well, he's one of the players that I think got into double figures in the first game. I think he got 10.
Yes.
Did look the part and really had to try to push on just before the end. So now he has an opportunity to bat some more time, more deliveries.
That one is shot on the line of the leg stump and helped over fine leg for 4. Javid Hazard is off the mark with the first ball he faced. Shot delivery angling on the leg side. All Hazard had to do was to get in line of that delivery and helped it over short fine leg, and he got full value for his shot.
Yeah, good shot by Hazard, and he plays it with a lot of confidence. They actually lift in the left leg. Shortish delivery and well played over backward square down to the boundary for 4.
Yes, so the runs keep the score keep moving along. It's 38 for 1, 3.3 overs. Doobie said one scene would want to be much fuller to the batsman, and to this one it's fuller and slow outside the off stump. A sort of rather tantalizing pace outside there. Hazard initially going forward and coming back and trying to pierce the offside field, can't do so.
Yeah, was beaten, had to really wait on that delivery. Good disguise there by Dubisset. As Harris was looking to cut, and you could see him having to wait, and that ball went through outside the off stump. Good variation.
Using all his experience there is Mikel Dubisset. Still 2 deliveries left in his first over. And comes back and pulls over the head of Devon Smith. Oh no! Devon Smith initially came in. Oh, is that Robinson or Smith? No, it looks like to be Jelani Robinson. Sorry for the confusion there. They're all wearing those broad brim caps and all of similar stature. Over the head of Jelani Robinson. Slower ball. Hazard trying to pull on the onside. Jelani Robinson had to run across the ball over his shoulders. First attempt, second attempt, can't get it. Neither is Devon Smith in position to take the rebound. And you can say that's a getaway there from Javid Hazard. That one is shot, and Maloney sits back and taps it over mid-wicket. Smith does the Devon Smith does the fielding. They cross for 2, looking for 3, and they'll settle on 2. And actually, they'll get a 2 because of a bad throw in, and actually going to get a third one as Dubisset is not able to clearly collect the return. So a bit of scrappy cricket there to the end of the over, Crony. But at the end of the power play, Cinnamon Pacers 42 for 1. They will be happy with their start, being considering they won the toss and they batted first.
Yeah, much better start. And batting first just indicates that the team is, even though they did so badly yesterday, but will have a lot of confidence. But again, we see a lot of variation from Dubisset in his first over. We'll be disappointed the fact that, that catch was dropped. And even that last shot that was played there, again, it was because of the slowness of the delivery. The batsman was not able to get much into it. But certainly at 42 for 1, I think Cinnamon Pacers would feel a lot happier having only scored 53 yesterday.
Yeah, so it's going to be Sherman Lewis, but before that we saw some beautiful shots of the Dabo Hills to our back to the north of the ground, and excellent. You also saw a picture of the conditions, what it's like. It's actually clear skies, blue skies, and it's now turned into a fantastic day as Lewis is into bowl and to Maloney, who goes back and guides it down to vacant third man. That's a fine shot there from Maloney. He went back and he waited on it, and at the last minute just opened the face of it, guided behind the fielder backward point down to the third man area for 4.
And that's a very good shot, and not as I said before, not looking for the big hit all the time, but he came back, weight got on top of it and steered it down past short third man, and the backward point really was not able to get across. So yet another boundary from Maloney that takes him to 26 of 12 deliveries, and into the fifth over, it's 46 for 1.
Lewis again into Maloney. This time it's a shorter, wider delivery outside the off stump. Maloney deciding to hit through the onside. Belated call there from umpire Butler, signaling wide. But I think Maloney could have probably gotten closer to that one and hit towards the off stump, offside.
He probably could have even looked to play the same shot. It was wide, it was lifting. Looked to just stay down in that position. But looking for the big hit. Really wasn't anyway close to it, and it went outside the off stump.
Yes, as Lewis once again, good delivery angling into this one. Maloney walked onto the onside. Bat fielder number 7, Caden Felix, runs in from square leg to do the fielding, and it's a single. Yeah, currently we are speaking about the noise and the atmosphere coming through with the ambience mic, and we can tell you that it's what we call intercall day here in Grenada, and the secondary school kids, they're out for the first time in about 3 or 4 years to enjoy an intercall experience, and it's certainly good, Crony, that those kids can have that sort of feeling, because some of them in Form 3 and Form 4 never experienced the intercall at the national level. As Lewis in this time to Hazard gets a short rising delivery, which he guides down to short third man. Nikosi Sentile there does the fielding.
Yeah, a good pace by Lewis there. This one really lifted and came into Hazard, who handled it well. You know, just to the left or the right of that fielder, rushed down to the boundary for 4. So he is generating some pace. But you know, as you said, Kerry, I mean, it's so good to know that the students could come out and be a part together in that sporting activity today. And normally, as we know, it's 2 days, but
a full pitch delivery there. Dug out by Hazard, goes to the onside where the fielders close in. Felix in square runs in to do the fielding. Maloney calls Hazard through for a single. So that's one run. And you can see the intent there from Maloney to get the runs ticking over faster and not having one batsman stay on strike for too long or being bogged down.
yeah, and it's making it more difficult for the bowlers. You bowl into a different batsman all the time, and you know, this you want to make it as difficult as possible to the bowlers. So they are looking to pick up the singles.
That's a wide delivery there from Sherman Lewis. It's actually no ball because again that one is outside the line. The crease markings on outside the batsman's off stump, and it's another no ball. Crony, we've seen 2 of those for the match. You know, it's quite an interesting encounter.
Yeah, let's hope we can get a replay on that. But obviously, Lewis there trying a slow delivery, and I guess going a little bit wider. It certainly probably would have gone too wide.
Lewis is in and Maloney hits through the line down to the fielder Pascal. They haven't thinking of coming back for a second. They're taking on the arms of Neilon Pascal. Powerful throw over the head of Devon Smith, and good aggressive running there from Cinnamon Pacers to turn 1 into 2.
Yeah.
And that brings up the 50 for Cinnamon Pacers. 50 for Cinnamon. Actually, it's 52. There's 50 would have come up of the previous wide. So, Crony, yesterday they were 53 all out. Today they're 52 for 1 in 4.5 overs. What a difference a days make.
Yeah, much better performance. I imagine they would have sit back and look at some of the weak areas, and has really come out today to make a difference. And we have seen it 52 for 1 in still in the 5th over.
Sherman Lewis into bowl to Maloney, push towards the offside with soft hands, another single, and it's 1 more to Maloney. It's the end of the 5th over, and after halfway stage, as we said, 53 all out 24 hours ago, and today at the halfway stage, they're 53 for 1.
Yeah, and just to go back, Kerry, as we speak about the intercall, you know, coming up last 2 years, and I think there wasn't anything, I think maybe a year or 2 before the pandemic. But to come back, after that period, and to see the schools again coming together and competing, really speaks really well in terms of what has happened here over the period.
Yes, and I think full credit needs to be given to all the parties involved for organizing that experience, because all of us who went through secondary school, the intercall period towards the end of the second term of the school year was one that we all look forward to. So it's really good to know that the youngsters, they can have a wonderful day out here in the national, down at the national track, Kirani James Athletic Stadium. as we see a change of bowling. It's now going to be the leg spin of Richard Rogers. Rogers coming in from the southern end of the ground to bowl to first up to Maloney, who has 30, and the field are spread out for him. We have 3 fielders on the onside who is on the boundary riders. That one is a nice delivery, just tantalizing there for the batsman, who went back and looked to make some room to hit it square on the offside. And that one, Quinny probably could have looked to play it off the front foot and play it down the ground. Hearing a little chatter there between Steph. That one is short and helped down to fine leg. Throw comes in from the fielder, Nikosi Sentile. And the urgency, you can see the urgency in the running, and I think so far, Crony, there is a good sort of communication relationship there between Hazard and Maloney, where they are running quite well.
Yes, the attitude looks right, and they're looking to pick up singles and twos where possible.
Short delivery helped onto the onside. Fine shot there from Javed Hazard. Shot in length from Richard Rogers. Devonnie Smith, he just had maybe a few steps to make to his left, but he was not able to get onto that powerful shot there from the wicketkeeper batsman from the Cinnamon Pacers.
Yeah, he just seemed to be playing that pull shot very well. Previously, he hit one over backward square, and he was in and hit it very firmly. And Joseph, who was on the boundary, didn't have much.
This time he drives down the ground, up to long off. They go through for one, thinking of a second, a misfield, and they decide to go back there. Powerful, good recovery. Down there in the deep, and keep the batsman to 1.
The quiet period. Cinnamon Pacers really is trying to set this other platform.
That one hits through the line there. Fielder coming off, Jelani Robinson. He drops it. Oh my goodness, another drop there, Jelani Robinson. The second catch he has dropped in the innings. And Crony, that one was right in the bread basket, and he put it down.
Yeah, a bad miss. And he came in there, he got both hands to get into position and really just let this one slip out of his hand. Bad miss there by Robinson.
Yeah, I can see Crony, you were taking that one very close to him. And that one flighted delivery on the line of the Midland leg stump, played down to the long on position where Nilon Pascal does the fielding for 1 run. And Crony, it's rather amazing in Nilon Pascal. He's up there in age, but he loves fielding down there in long on. And he's a position he has made his own. And he has done quite well down there, taking some fine catches and effecting a couple of runouts.
Yeah, a committed cricketer. I mean, despite, he would have gone to, played for the West Indies, the Windwards and so forth, and probably would have been off for a while, but a lot of commitment. I think over the last 2 years, just before the pandemic, I think it's 2020, when he actually came back and represented St. David's and did show, tremendous commitment. He worked hard, was in the gym doing quite a lot of work. And we have seen him, if you look at his movements on the field, still look fit and really showing a lot of commitment.
Yeah, no, he's in this stage of the innings, he has duties from long on to long off, long on to long on in the innings. As Tubisett will take up the action from the northern end of the ground. Currently 61 for 1 in 6 overs. Not the sort of effort I believe Blasters would have wanted with the ball. Looks a bit flat today. And they'll be looking to rebound in that 4 overs to see if they can keep Pacers under 100.
Yeah, they would want to pull things back quite a bit,
As that one, a full delivery played off, taken off the stumps, down to fine leg. We wait to see if there was any bat on it. Yes, there is bat on it. It was dangerously close to the line of the stumps, as you can see. Hazard playing across the line, Crony, and had he missed that one, that would have been plumb in front. A brave shot, but he got maximum reward for it.
Yeah, got some bat onto this one. Again, hitting across the line, which is really not advised. Just was able to get a little edge on it, and it go down to that vacant long leg position. Picked up, welcome boundary in the 7th over, 65 for 1.
And that one, Hazard goes back and pulls down to the long on, where Kavim Hodge does the fielding. So 1 run to Hazard. He moves on by 1 to 17. 17 of 10 balls, so scoring at a good clip.
A good decision to have Hazard coming at number 3. He batted well yesterday, and it's just some stability and he has done good.
That's
So
a big shot. That one is hit over the leg side. The shot delivery there from Amikel Dubisset. Lined up by Desmond Maloney and helped it over the onside for 6. Another 6 to Maloney. It's his, I make it that's what, his second 6 for the inning. And now the Pacers, they're now 72 for 1 in the middle of the 7th over.
yeah, good shot. Short in length there, and Maloney was really equal it and picked it up nicely and hit it over mid-wicket. And really, he's continued to do well. He's 38 from 20. And Dubisset in his second over so far, going for 22.
And this one is hit down the ground again to Hodge, who does the fielding in the long on position. So 1 run to Maloney, who moves on by 1 to 39. And I think he'll be taking it upon himself, Crony, knowing that the limitations in the batting lineup with the absence of Alec Athens, he would want to bat through the entire 10 overs.
Yes, you want to really bat through the 10 overs, kind of keep the runs going. He started well in his inning yesterday, and actually when he got out, things just turned.
And that one is clipped off the legs, comes in. Oh, low catch there. Tried to take it a bit low down. I make it Sherman Lewis, and he ended up fumbling it, Crony. He reached the ball and he just stood up and wait for it to come to him. It dipped at the last moment. Had he continued running, he'd have taken a very simple catch. In the end, the batsmen, they were able to cross over for 2. So 2 more runs to Hazard and 2 more runs to the Cinnamon Pacers.
Yeah, I think he was a bit slow coming to the ball, and look, he tried to take it very low, where he could have probably just make another step or 2, and he would have been able to take that ball chest side. So just tee it back a bit slow getting to that delivery.
This one is wide outside. You have some big appeal for caught behind, and he goes. He's caught by Dennis Smith off the bowling of Amikel Dubisset for 19. So the second wicket down at the end of over number 7. Javed Hazard goes for 19 of 12 deliveries. Cinnamon Pacers, they're 75 for 2 after 7.
Yeah, and good thinking by Dubisset there. This ball, as Harris was looking to come, just push it a bit wide. And he really had to stretch to get something to it. I think that he probably would have been out of his crease, and he had to stretch to get some bat onto it. Get some bat onto it and was taken behind the stump. But good bowling and good thinking by Amikel Dubisset.
Yeah, as we see the new batter, it comes to the crease, that is Tate Carmichael. And this sort of innings he would want to be remembered for yesterday. And with 3 overs left, I think it's up to him now. And the well set at Desmond Maloney on 39.
It's an opportunity for Tate Carmichael. Yeah, just 3 overs. As you said, we haven't seen him. He was not here for quite a while. So it will be interesting just to see what he does. So Maloney is in strike to the 8th over, and Rogers, and in the second over, first over going for 8.
And that one is hit back past the bowler down the ground. Pascal does the fielding coming off the long on boundary. 1 run, the score.
A good work by Pascal. Move really quickly to that delivery. And even though the throw was not the best, but he released the ball very quickly. And the batsman was not able to come back for the second. So the Tate Carmichael, left-handed Tate Carmichael.
Carmichael facing the first delivery, pushes back towards the bowler, and oh my goodness, what a suicidal run there from Carmichael. Hit the ball straight back to the bowler. He was running for a non-existent single. All the bowler had to do was to get and send it back to the keeper to effect the easy soft run out. Yeah,
really bad judgment there by Carmichael. Just push it to the onside of the wicket and took off, and the fielder just had to collect and send it back to the keeper. So bad judgment there.
Yeah, he didn't wait for the ball to, normally you wait for the ball to beat the bowler or the fielder and go off, but the ball hit straight to the bowler, and there he goes, scampering for a single.
76 for 3 as the captain, Micah Narayan, comes into strike. Micah Narayan, very experienced cricketer, knowledgeable cricketer, and he would want to really stay with Maloney, really try to get up to the 100 mark.
Yeah, it's going to be Desron, Maloney, and Micah Narayan, the in-pair crease. Rogers so far 1.2 overs, none for 9. And Narayan tugs that one down to Pascal, who has been rather busy coming in off the long off boundary for a single. So he's off the mark, and the total moves on to 77 for 3. We still have 2.5 overs left. The Pacers going today at 10.27 runs per over. And that one is there making some room and signal wide by the umpire, Rogers. Made some room, but the one was to look to hit to the offside, but the bowler saw him coming and push it wide. And wide is another wide, so Crony so far 7 extras. That one is hit down the leg side. Pascal goes around, takes an easy catch. Easy catch there from Neelan Pascal, showing his other teammates how easy it is to be done in the outfield. So Maloney goes for 40, and the Pacers, they've lost their second wicket in the over. They're 78 for 4.
Yes, you had to reach for that delivery again, looking to clear the long on boundary, and having to reach for that delivery. You're only able to hit it down to Pascal on the long on boundary, who came forward, took an easy catch, again, a big wicket taken there by Bayleaf Blast. Maloney has been doing very well on 40, and this was a player you expected to really continue to push on and to take it close to 100. But being caught there by Pascal on the long on boundary, obviously 2 new batters in wicket, make it more difficult.
Yes, and all the batsmen that was hitting the ball now, Sheon Andrew is at the crease to play to Rogers. You know, they still have the likes of Buddy, Cyrus, who can hit the ball a long way, and I thought probably might be the time that may have been Jamie Buddy crossing the crease there, knowing his ability to hit the long ball, but instead it's the left-handed Sheon Andrew, who would have run out or rather casually yesterday and be looking to put that performance behind his back.
Yeah, a young player that showed a lot of promise, a lot of talent in the tournament, first edition of the tournament.
That one is pushed down the legs, to push down the ground, too long off, where Shaman Lewis does the fielding. So 1 run to Andrews, he's off the mark and brings his captain, Mike Narayan, into strike.
And as we speak about Andrew, you know, when we saw him in first edition, the shot that we were playing, and persons question where this player came from, he did look very, very good last tournament.
Yeah, last season he's a ginger general as Mike Narayan pushes that one down the ground for another single. So Rogers, in this over, it's the end of the over actually, so that's the end of the spell for Richard Rogers. 2 overs, no maiden 1 for 13. Would be feeling happy with that performance today, and it's going to be the final 2 overs of the innings. Should be left up to Neelan Pascal, and might be Sherman Lewis to bowl the final one, as we see Pascal is about to take up the action from the northern end of the ground.
Yes, just 2 overs to go. It's 80 for 4. Andrew 1 from 1, and Mike Narayan 2 from 2. Neelan Pascal, he's going to bowl his second over. Pretty expensive in his first spell, but we'll want to make up for it as he bowled in 9th over. He had none for 16 in his first over. We certainly want to do much better than that. The right-handed Mike Narayan is preparing to face, and for Narayan there's a long on, Kavem Hodge right back, mid-wicket.
Pascal is into Narayan, hits through the top and spoons the easy soft catch there to Devon Smith, the lone fielder in front of square on the offside. He finds him out inside the circle. So Narayan goes, caught Devon Smith off the bowling of Neelan Pascal for 2, and the Cinnamon Pacers, they continue their slide. They know 80 for 5.
Yeah, very, very simple dismissal. They really, it was a slow delivery bowled by Pascal, even though it was his first delivery, but it's a slow one. And Micah looking to drive, just hit it straight to the cover fielder.
Yeah, so that's the 5th wicket down. We wait to see the new batter. That is going to be Junior Cyrus. He's about to take the crease, replacing his captain Mike Narayan, who has failed for the second match in a row. Now 2 of 3 balls, with 11 deliveries left in the inning. Pacers would want to see if they can get close to 100 as possible. Pascal would have different other intentions.
Yeah, the inning just seems seemingly falling away a bit. They had a good start, and really, one felt that 100 would have been easy based on the start, that the Pacers had, but just beginning to lose a few wickets, and the important one of Desmond Maloney.
Junior Cyrus, who is back in competitive cricket. He I think he'd have played youth cricket for Grenada. Would have branched off into a football for a while, also a national footballer. I know he's into refereeing football these days, but he's back putting on his cricket uniform out there battling for the Cinnamon Pacers.
Yeah, very good leg spinner, good spin bowler.
As the field being meticulously set there. The fielder who was in the backward square is being pulled in. There is Amikel Dubisset next to the umpire. They needed to have 4 inside of the circle. And that one is driven firmly to Devon Smith in the extra cover position. He does the fielding, no runs scored.
Yeah, and Pascal will really want to make this over count after going for 16 in his first over. And he'll really picking up a wicket in his first delivery, followed by a dot ball.
And that's one thin edge, flies down to the third man boundary for 4. Welcome boundary for Cinnamon Pacers. Junior Cyrus is off the mark, and Cinnamon Pacers now 84 for 5.
Yeah, that was well played by Cyrus again, looking for the drive. It came off the edge, a safe shot. It was all along the ground, and it rushes down to that fine third man position. Pascal won't be too happy, but give Cyrus room, and he was able to really swing his bat.
This one a slower delivery, which is tugged onto the onside. Dubisset does the fielding, running around to mid-wicket from his square leg position. So one more run to Cyrus. He moves to 5, and the Pacers 85 for 5.
Still 7 deliveries left, 6 deliveries left. I'll make it 8 deliveries. Pascal 1 for 21 so far. So Andrew, left-handed Andrew.
The full delivery outside the off-stump, angling across the left-handed batsman, looking to go for the big shot, misses it completely into the gloves of the wicket keeper Dennis Smith. So another dot delivery from Pascal, so far figures of 1 for 21 in his 1.5 overs, and would be hoping to see if he can add a second wicket to his tally for the day.
Yeah, Pascal understand being roughly treated by Andre Fletcher yesterday's game. Would want to end strong.
This one is driven through the offside by Andrews down to the Caden Felix, who is on the cover boundary. Powerful throw into Dennis Smith. So it's the end of the 9th over. After 9, Cinnamon Pacers winning the toss and batting. They're 86 for 5.
Yeah, I think Bayleaf Blaster will still feel pretty satisfied having them 86 for 5 in 9 overs. As we look at both teams, batting of Devon Smith would feel still pretty confident.
Yeah, Sherman Lewis to bowl over number 10.
Kavim Hodge, strong batting lineup.
Yeah, Hodge and Robinson at the top. Devon Smith at 3. Dennis Smith at 4 is where you would expect the bulk of the batting in this lineup to come. You still have Nikosi Sentilla in there, quite capable batsman. So the top 5, is where you'd expect the bundle of the runs to come.
Yeah, and Robinson, good attacking player.
Sherman Lewis, oh my goodness, that one beat everything. Beat the blade of the batsman, beat the outside edge of the leg stump. Dennis Smith, he was in no position to stop that 4 byes signaled by umpire Davis, and it's 4 welcome runs. The Cinnamon Pacers has. Oh, it's 4 runs, so they got an edge. So probably would have got a faintest of edge there, Crony. 4 runs to Shion Andrew, and the Cinnamon Pacers are 90 for 5.
Really good delivery by Sherman Lewis, and this is the end that he also bowls very well from. being able to move the ball away both ways. This was right up and pass actually between the leg stump and the body of the batsman. And Dennis Smith really was standing outside the off stump.
That one is wide outside the off stump as the signal now is signal wide by umpire Davis. So Sherman Lewis looking to tempt the batsman to hit over through the offside, just spraying too far outside the off stump.
Kerry, just a bit on the way the pitch has played.
Oh, it's been quite good. I can see the bounce has been consistent. The batsmen are able to play shots, and I think it's a very good cricket wicket. That is bowled in, full delivery, angling into the left-handed batsman, leg stump knocked back, and that one was too good for Sheehan Andrew.
Yes, good delivery right up, and it seemed to swing back as we look at the replay here. Yeah, again, just hitting the leg stump, and through there, looking for the on drive, looking for the big hit, missed, and really crashing his leg stump. Being bowled by Sherman Lewis for 6. It's 16. 1 for 16 so far, Lewis, and the Cinnamon Pacers, they are 91 for 6, and still would want to get up to the 100. There's 4 more deliveries left. As Jamie Buddy, right-handed Jamie Buddy, goes into bat. Buddy gets under 15, under 19 player, medium pacer, and also a hard-hitting batsman. And he takes his guard, left-handed. Cinnamon Pacers doing much better than they did yesterday, 91 for 6. And we are into the 10th over. Sherman Lewis. This one is stroked down to long on. The batsman goes for 1 and looking for 2, and someone is going to be run out. And really, again, the communication, they really poor as they turn for the second one day, and he was caught mid-pitch as we look at the replay there. Really at mid-pitch there, and really he had no way of getting back. So Jimmy Buddy, Cyrus, run out for 5, 92 for 7. Misunderstanding there in terms of the running between the wicket. One got the impression that both players were thinking the turn, and Cyrus turned quickly, but he just tried to stop him. So another run out is 92 for 7. 10 over 9.3 overs being bowled. As Hippolyte, the right-handed Hippolyte. And this one is hit. Let's see where this goes. Looking for the big hit, just lofted up the forward square leg. So a single. Hippolyte comes into strike. 1 more to Cyrus, who's on 6. And the score moved by 1. 7 for 93. Hippolyte taking a leg stump guard, right arm off spinner. Hippolyte, who also represented Grenada, as he settled to face Lewis. Again, he's looking for the big drive, made no contact. Again, Lewis right up, and again getting that ball to leave the left-handed batsman as he was looking to drive. So Lewis ending strong here. 1 for 18 so far in the second over, picking up 2 wickets in this over. And we have the final ball coming up, final delivery coming up. Cinnamon Peters 93 for 7. Sherman Lewis. This one is driven down to long off, and they are looking for 2. Let's see. And run out as he attempted 2 runs there. To really, they had no choice but to try to get as much as possible from that last delivery. And Hippolyte did make it as you look into the comeback for two. And the Cinnamon Pieces ended in 94 for 8 in 10 overs. They win the toss and bat today, and also had a good start, but ended up on 94 for 8. And really, the Bayleaf Blasters will feel pretty happy they was able to pull things back to restrict them to 94 for 8. Junior Cyrus not out 6. Just to go to the scorecard quickly, Chad Charles, he was bowled by Dubiset for 11. Maloney played a very good inning, caught by Pascal, bowled by Rogers for 40. Javid Hazard also had a good inning of 19. He was caught by Smith, bowled by Dubiset. Carmichael run out, no score. Narayan also went bowled by Pascal for 2. And Andrew 6. And the umpire Dayton Butler presiding in. He's trying to get everything right to start as I welcome Kerry. Right, we are expecting probably a keen contest, even though just 94 for 8. But we are expecting it to be pretty keen.
Yeah, it should be a good chase as Jonathan Taylor takes up the action from the northern end, bowling to Jelani Robinson. One shot on wide down the offside, shot down the throat of the fielder at third man. A delivery shot on wide outside the off stump. And Jamie Buddy, he collected the easiest of catches down there at third man. Robinson can't believe his luck. And as we were just going to say, 94 can be a tricky chase, and we've seen the first wicket go off the first ball.
Yes, short and wide lifting. And Robertson looking, I think he was looking to hit it a bit squarer. Just came off the top edge and flew down to third man, and Buddy on the boundary, just accepting a similar catch. Didn't have to move much. It's certainly a good blow struck by Cinnamon Pieces. First delivery, Robertson caught at third man, and of the bowling of Taylor. And it's probably the best start, the start you want to have, picking up wickets in the first delivery.
Most certainly, and brings now Devon Smith into the crease to face the second delivery of the inning. The expectations, I said, he probably would not have thought he would have been facing the second ball, but he's in to face Jonathan Taylor, who has struck, picking up a wicket of the first ball in his debut. Well, his debut over in the Spice Isle T10 tournament. He did play yesterday, but with the three of us, he didn't bowl. But today, first ball, a wicket. What a dream start.
Yeah, really a good start. And Robinson, as we know, is an attacking player. Really hits the ball well, but does as he plays, does give the bowler a chance. And this one was shortish in length, wide out the off stump, and really look at it, slap it somewhere a lot squarer.
Devon Smith got a short wide delivery angling down the leg side. Very good take there by Hazard down the leg side. Keep it to only 1, because I tell you, if that ball he wasn't able to collect, and with the fielder shot at fine leg, could have been 5 points.
A pretty quick delivery also, and make some height and move further down the leg side. And Hazard has been doing a good job as a keeper. He has been moving well. Gloves also look good, and he really collected that one well down the leg side. You can see the team is all geared up, picking up the wicket of the first delivery as Taylor to Smith again down the leg side, and umpire Butler again is going to sing a signal wide again. And it's so tricky that you bowl to the left and right, and to the right hander, you know, there will probably be a good line, but bowling to Devon Smith, he continues with that line, and the ball goes down the leg side. The umpire really have no choice but the signal wide. It's 2 for 1.
Yeah, and Taylor looking probably be advised to slant it across the left-handed Devon Smith as he's into Smith, and to this one on the line of the pads this time, just tickle behind to the keeper, who does the fielding again, going down the leg side. And you can see the encouragement from the previous, before the delivery was bowled, to push it across the batsman.
Yeah, but again, it was on his body, closer to the leg stump, and it just probably came off Smith's body there and sort of rolled to the direction of the keeper, who just came around and collected. But he must try to change that line of attack again down the leg side, wide again, signal. Just need to probably look at trying to pitch more the off stump where really his line of attack is consistent for the right-handed batsman.
Yeah, he's getting good carry and movement, but
So the score remains it's 3-1. Remembering that they ought to get up to 95 for victory, which is Bayleaf Blasters, and they are 3-1. We're still in the first over. 92 required from some 58 delivery. As Taylor continues from this northern interval to Devon Smith, and this one is cut down to backward point, goes down to the boundary for 4. The fielder just a short third man really wide there. They went down, but Smith got on top of this one and really cut it firmly, and it really flew past the fielder third man there and went down to the boundary for 4. Good positive shot by Smith. It brings the total on to 7. We're still in the first over as we look at the replay in a short delivery, and he was on top of it.
yeah, I think the fielder, Chad Charles, would have made a miss of that one. Really threw himself down on the ball rather than getting himself behind it. I know the ball rushed to him, but he could have made a better effort there in short third man.
Pitched up and driven down to mid-off, and no single attempted there. Smith didn't get the timing into this one as he was looking for the big drive there. One of the second delivery has pitched just around the off-stump line. Probably a better line to bowl. So Smith remains on 4. He has so far faced 3 deliveries, and Hodge has not faced a delivery yet. It's we are in the first over. It's 7-1. Smith good delivery. A little bit of movement, and Smith was equal to this one. Pushes out on the offside. The 2 left-handers, Hodge and sorry, Devon Smith left-handed. These are 2 of probably the most experienced, most talented players on in the Bayleaf side. Okay. In terms of batting. So one delivery remaining in this first over. Another good delivery, push on the onside. A really good delivery. Ball seemingly swinging back in. Smith was equal to this one. Had to defend, push it out on the onside. So really still completed over. Just only 7 runs, just a few wides. And at the end of the first over, 7-1. Still 88 runs required from another 54 deliveries. Taylor would have come back strongly despite bowling a few wides. He picked up a wicket in the first delivery, then there was a few wide, but only able to really keep it really tight. Just allow 7 runs in the over.
Yeah, it's going to be who's going to picking up the bowling from the attack. Is it going to be my captain Mike Narayan, or is it going to be turned into the youngster? You see Mike Narayan handing over the cap, but it looks like that's the cap of Jamie Buddy to the umpire. So Buddy is going to take up the action from the southern end. A former national under-19 player would have done well at the youth level, and is now trying to establish himself as a senior player in our local cricket.
Yes, and he's also a disciplined, committed player, really hard-working player, and given the opportunity to use a new ball, you know, the condition is really sort of cloudy, as short delivery there, and Hodge playing a shot there away from his body there. It's not like him, but again, Buddy being able to extract some bunks and getting some lift there. So you're looking to maybe to play somebody down to a fine third man. 7-1, second over for Hodge. Third man right on the boundary, backward point cover, extra cover mid-off, and this one is pulled powerfully down to mid-wicket. The fielder coming around, make a really good stop.
Junior Cyrus, not surprising there. Very athletic individual in the outfield, and you're feeling good about that piece of fielding.
Yeah, good work done by Cyrus there, and Hodge picking up that short delivery and pulling it on through mid-wicket. And Cyrus had to move really quickly to his right to cut it off. Another short delivery, well played, and he just stood up and lifted it over cover, and it goes down to the boundary for 4. Confident shot by Hodge. There was no rush. Took his time, picked up the length, and easily stood up and placed it over cover. And it went one bounce into the boundary for 4.
Yeah, short delivery outside the off stump, and Hodge doesn't need a second invitation. Really sat up and it asked to be hit. I don't think that Buddy has the sort of pace to be bowling at that length, and would be probably advised, just to keep the ball a bit closer to Hodge and don't provide him that width outside the off stump.
Well, let's see what he does. Another short delivery hit down the backward point, just past the point feeler. Probably got a hand to it.
Yeah, it seems he'd have gotten a hand to that.
Nice. Picked up a single, but again another short delivery, and Hodge was back again, looking to pick that gap between the backward point and the cover. Was fortunate to pick up a single there. 14 for 1. 81 runs still required from 50 deliveries. The left-handed Devon Smith comes into strike. Smith, previous over, played a beautiful shot down to backward point, a short delivery. And for Smith, Body's coming around the wicket. And again, this one will be called wide as he sees get quite a bit of swing there. As Smith really tried to help that one. I mean, no contact again. Good take by Hazard, who have really been moving well behind the wicket. And glove that well down the leg side. So 1 more to the score, 15 for 1.
Yeah, and a bit of a couple of extras so far. 4 wide so far in the opening overs. That one down the leg side, appeal there for caught behind, probably just trying to throw off the umpire. Probably it would have seen that it takes something as signaled by umpire Davis now that it came off the leg.
We have seen again considerable movement by Body. Probably just clipped the pads or so, and again Hazard coming around and making a good take. Score remains 15 for 1. Overcast condition. This one is to over cover, and it's going to run down to the boundary for 4. Again, giving some room there. And Smith hitting it over extra cover. And it went down to the boundary for 4. 19 for 1. Smith. 2 boundaries so far, moves to 8. Yeah, just clearing the offside. And that ball went rushing down to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, 4 good looking runs there to Devon Smith. Gets his into gear. 8 from 7. Hodge 7 for 4. As it's going to be another over from Taylor. Some modifications in the field.
Yeah, again condition again overcast. Really is this Saturday after the break we had this morning. Sun came out really brightly. Now we're seeing some cloud cover.
Yes. Actually, it's going to be Darren Hippolyte, the off spinner from around the wicket. Will be bowling first up to Hodge, as the 2 fielders on the outside the circle in the power play are both on the leg side. So we can assume that he'll be bowling the ball into the stumps, on the line of the stumps, not providing width outside the off stump. Fielded there by Shion Andrew there in fine leg, and Cooney did well to get his body behind that one.
Yes, very well. If it went just to his left or his right, you really want to go down to the boundary. Hard to look a little disappointed not to be able to take full advantage of that delivery, which was giving some air just around his middle and leg stump. And he was looking to sweep, and it's here between that backward square and that short fine leg area. Left-handed Smith comes into strike. As Hippolyte continues around the wicket. Smith is lifting this one, and let's see, going to clear the boundary, just drop over the rope at long off for 6. Again, give him a little bit of air, and Smith, having the room, just swung this one over long off for 6.
Yeah, good shot there from Devon Smith. Waited on it and just hit him quite elegantly over the top, over mid off for 6. Hippolyte now changing his line of attack.
26 for 1. Here we go. And Smith looking to swing. Pitch outside the leg stump. Again, Smith looking to clear the mid wicket. And ball giving a little bit of air, but pitching outside the leg stump. Smith dealing in boundary so far. 2 4s and a 6. He's 14.
Yeah.
This one is cut over backward point, and let's see, probably going to reach down to the boundary for yet another 4. So he quickly moves to 18. It's 30 for 1. A shortish delivery, and as it turned away from him, he went back and didn't get hold of it as he wanted, but had enough on it that was able to clear the backward point and go down to the boundary for another 4.
Two batsmen, 2 players who are quite familiar with each other, both from the parish of St. Patrick's, represent the parish in local cricket. As Smith hits through the line for another 6, really taking advantage of that. They're on Hippolyte over in the power play. So far, 2 6s and a 4 in the over, and it's all boundaries for Stephen Smith as he reaches 24 of 11 balls.
Yeah, good shot by Smith. Again, ball pitch, give him some air, and he hit straight. What is so important that he really went straight and hit it beautifully over long on, and it goes over for another 6. 36 for 1. Smith 20, 24. Kavim Hodge on 8. And this one again, he's looking to swing wide ball signal there, and again outside the leg stump, ball given air, and Smith again looking probably to hit it somewhere over the backward square. So 1 more to total 37. Smith again coming forward, good delivery, good thinking by Hippolyte, just holding it back a bit, and he was not able to get anything on it as it went out on the offside. So they end up a really a good over. Hippolyte
18.
going for 18 in that over. Good over for Bayleaf Blasters. They are 37 for 1, and this is after 3 overs.
Yeah, rebounded quite well, remaining that they lost a wicket of the first ball in the inning, and now a partnership of 37 between Smith and Hodge. Hodge has been the sort of silent partner in the partnership, just 5 balls faced and 8 runs, 1 4, while Smith was able to smash 3 4s and 2 6s in his 24 of 12 balls.
Yeah, Smith really have been dealing with boundaries. As we're going to see if last over in a power play.
And Micah Narayan has taken the ball in his hand now, looking for the breakthrough.
Yeah, Narayan from the southern end, and again this is an end that he really bowls well from. Get used to that, bowling from that southern end. And the right hand in Kavim Hodge, who is on 8. And he has faced just 5 deliveries. Devon Smith faced 12 deliveries for his 24. Hodge. And this one's hit down to mid wicket, goes over, long on, wide long on for 6. Again, Narayan pitching up there, and Hodge really going after him. And even though there was a mid wicket, straightish mid wicket, he went to the left of him and cleared the ropes for yet another 6. 43 for 1. Hodge moved to 14.
Yes, Hodgefield missed out there with a wide one which he reached for, and not able to pierce the offside field because there was nobody out on the offside, and had he pierced the field it could have been some easy runs.
Yeah, and good thinking by Narayan there as Hodge was coming, and he just slowed it up and pushed it a bit wide, so you really couldn't get much into it. Then played straight to cover. So Kavim Hodge at the offside field, just a short turn on backward point cover mid off, and this one he hit over cover, over backward point, and goes down to the boundary for 4. Again, given the room, shortish in length, and he got over this one and hit it easily over backward point, and yet he pick up another boundary. Hodge moves to 18, and it's 47 for 1, and both batsmen are dealing with boundaries. making it look very easy. We are just into the fourth over. 47 for 1. 13.43 run rate. And again, this one is tugged down to long on, and they were really looking for 2. Just settle for 1.
Yeah, scoring at a very fast rate, as you would have alluded to, just over 13 runs and over. Reminding you yesterday, they themselves, they were on the receiving end of a big score in the power play where Nutmeg Warriors, they were able to rack up 60 in the first 4 overs. They're 48 for 1 and still 2 balls to go with a chance to match them.
Yeah, Nutmeg Warriors is one of the teams you had to look at. They won the tournament, first edition. And so far they are undefeated. And Smith is looking to hit this one. Where does this go? The cover is coming around and drops it there.
That's Chad Charles.
Chad Charles, what a bad miss. Again, Smith looking to clear the offside. And that ball kind of moving away from him.
And that's a 50 partnership between Smith and Hodge, and also the 50 score. So 50 coming up 27 minutes. Smith is 26, Hodge is 19. And they would have rebounded well after losing a wicket of the first delivery.
Yeah, have been good batting since. Down the leg side again. Wide signal, and they all take an extra run. So that's 2 for the over, 52. Still in over number 4. Really have been good going by Bayleaf Blasters after losing a wicket to the first delivery of this inning. So the right-handed Kavim Hodge comes into strike. He's on 19. And so far, Hodge 2 4s and 1 6.
A very good delivery there from Narayan. They playfully pushed away there by Hodge. And at the end of the power play, Bayleaf Blasters 52 for 1. Cinnamon Pacers really out of ideas as to how they can stop them.
Yeah, really good start by Bayleaf Blasters. Positive start. After losing a wicket to the first delivery of the inning, both Hodge and Smith has been dealing with boundaries so far. Hodge hitting so far. He had 2 4s and 1 6, and Smith himself, he had 3 4s and 2 6s. Really after a very good start, 52 for 1 and 4, but just needing 43 more runs in 36 deliveries.
Yeah, it's going to be new bowler into the attack. His first time bowling here in the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 tournament, and he would certainly provide something a bit of a different, a unique action, a unique style. Deshante Thomas, slow left arm, bowling to the veteran Devon Smith, and we'll be hoping that he can make a breakthrough with that partnership for his team.
Well, the field for him would be a long off, extra cover on the boundary, first delivery short, hit down to the sweeper, the fielder on the boundary, and the Ambler single. 53 for 1, and Bayleaf seemingly in command at this stage.
And that they got 42 from for the 5 overs and 5 balls, just about 7 runs and over.
So Thomas is going to go between the umpires around the wicket, short delivery, hit down to long off. Hodge, a little disappointed not doing more with that delivery.
Yeah,
long hop early.
Could have hit that anywhere he wanted to, but he said he just decided to hit it straight down to long off. Not able to time it well.
I want to expect the Thomas, the way he bowls, that every now and then you probably might get a bad delivery. Down the track,
Smith advances down the track. Tate Carmichael goes diving down there in long on. He's not able to get onto it. So that's 4 runs to the of Motor Devon Smith. He moves on by 4, and the Bayleaf Blasters, as we look at the replay, they was not able to get very close to that one. Tate Carmichael put in the big dive. Bayleaf Blasters 58 for 1.
Really motoring on. Smith down the track once again and just push it on the offside. And the captain Narayan in the covers. One more. Smith 32. It's 59 for 1. The right-handed Hodge comes back into strike. It's Thomas between the umpire and the stump. And this one is pulled lustily over mid-wicket. Again, shortish delivery. And Hodge was into position and really hit that one sweetly over mid-wicket for another 6. He takes his score to 26, 65 for 1. And really the first over by Thomas really have been going for
a short delivery which really sat up nicely for Hodge, and he was able to move back into his wicket, hit that over mid-wicket, and Thomas is in the final delivery. Another short delivery, and again it's a mistime pull down to the fielder at a long on. That is Maloney, who rifles in a return to the keeper and can stop the batsman from crossing over for 2. So after 5 overs, it's 67 for 1.
Yes, and really big over. Thomas going for 15 in this over. 67 for 1. 28 runs required from 30 deliveries. Hodge 28 from 13, and Devon Smith 32 from 16. Bayleaf Bassett in full command as they chase that score of 94, having to get 95 for victory. They are 67 for 1 at the end of 5 overs. Both Smith and Hodge, experienced players. Devon Smith, really prolific in regional games, West Indies first-class tournaments. Represented the Windwards. Also former test player. Hodge himself also got onto the West Indies team. So we're looking at the field for Chad Charles, who's going to pick up the attack from the southern end. And he's bowling the right arm around the wicket off spin. And he's to Devon Smith. And Smith is hitting this one backward pass, backward point fielder. He's going to pick up 2 runs there. As the fielder, Tate Carmichael, have to run back. So it's 69 for 1. Smith on 34. And seem to be doing it rather easily. And Smith is pulling this one down, and it's going to clear the boundary. 6 runs. Again, hitting this one between the long and the deep mid-wicket. And yet again another boundary. 75 for 1. Smith is on 40. And they just seem to be doing it rather easily. As we look at the replay there, Charles, and a short delivery. So Smith on 40. And he's pulling once again. Let's see, does he get hold of this one? The fielder is coming around. Just drop in front of the fielder. Not getting hold of this one, but still be able to pick up a single.
Right hander, no, right hander.
So 76 for 1. Smith moves to 41.
Slow.
3 6s and 4 4s. Charles conceded 9 runs in this over so far. The right-handed Kavim Hodge comes into strike, and Charles go over the wicket. And this one is hit straight. Let's see. Straight back over his head for yet another 6. So really both Smith and Hodges dealing in boundaries. It's 82 for 1, and really doing this quickly. We're just in the 6th over. And Hodge just came forward with a ball, giving some air, and lofting it straight back over the bowler head for 6. So Hodge is 34, and Smith is 41. Hodge 34 from 14. Smith 41 from 19. And this pair really has, remembering that they lost their first wicket, no runs on the board. And Hodge is hitting another 6 over mid-wicket. And lovely shot over mid-wicket as he went down on his knees and swung the off-spinner. And it goes over mid-wicket for another 6. And really seemed to be doing it easily. I know 88 for 1. And he ought to get just 7 more runs for victory. Still in over number 5. This pair, 7 from 25. And this pair has added 88 so far. Lost the first wicket without a run on the board. 40 Hodge, 41 Smith. Chad Charles goes around the wicket to the right-handed Hodge. And he's hitting down to mid-wicket. Let's see, it beats both fielder and goes down to the boundary for 4. The long on and a wide mid-wicket. 92 it is. Hodge moves quickly to 44. And it's just about all over. Really have been a convincing batting display by Bayleaf Blasters, with Smith on 41 from 19 deliveries and Hodge 44 from 16 deliveries. And Hodge so far hit 3 fours and 4 sixes. Smith 4 fours and 3 sixes. Really have been really boundary hitting by these two players. Three runs delivered required from 24 deliveries. And really have been a really batting display by both players. Jonathan Taylor is going to pick up his second over. Only 3 runs required. And the left-handed Smith just retake his guard. That's Narayan still looking to adjust his feelers. Smith again looking to play on. He'll get a biter, one that kept very low. As he was looking to steer it somewhere down to third man. Made no contact. So 93 for 1. And the right-handed Kavim Hodge really have been a good batting display by both players. Both players would have played at the highest level for the West Indies. As Hodge comes into strike, just 2 runs needed for victory. As Taylor, and again Hodge is looking for the big drive, not getting hold of it. It just went bubbling out to that short fine leg. Pick up one more. So the score is level. They are at 94 for 1. Hodge moves to 45. Devon Smith on 41. Steeler. In this, so far 1 for 8 in the second over. Played on the onside, and the fielder at short fine leg just moves across slowly. The batsman pick up another run, which is a victory for Bayleaf Blasters by 9 wicket, convincing victory, 95 for 1. Devon Smith 42 from 21 deliveries, Kevin Hodge 45 from 17 deliveries, and has been a convincing performance by Bayleaf Blasters, winning by 9 wickets. Just to let you know that David Cinnamon Peters got 94 for 8 in the 10 overs, and Bayleaf Blasters really coming out and putting on some batting performance. 95 for 1. With Devon Smith 42 not out, Kevin Hodge on 45 not out. And it's a sort of victory really that's going to give the team a lot of confidence going forward, as the batsmen are now beginning to come into their own. We saw yesterday the batting of Andrew Fletcher, 62 not out. And today we see two top players who played for the West Indies really coming forward and playing really great innings. And you can see as the team meets and greet each other, really a convincing victory by Bayleaf Blasters. So they have now win 2 games and lost 1. So they certainly is one of the team to look for going forward, like Nutmeg Warriors. So we end game number 5. Bayleaf Blasters coming out on top, defeating Cinnamon Peters by 9 wicket. Robinson, it was wicket that fell. He was caught by Buddy, bowled by Taylor without scoring. Hodge not out 45. Smith not out 42 from 21. And after 6.3 overs, 95 for 1. And really good victory by Bayleaf Blasters, and must be confident going forward as we get deeper and deeper into this Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 tournament as we see the end of match number 5. So we are going to take a short break. We have the third fixture coming up in just a while. So until then, we'll take a short break and hope that you join us soon.